Just going to talk about relationships, friendship, and the reason why relationships are important, it would appear that it's one of the things that make us to move, that give us meaning, or add to the meaning of life. Maybe let me say, gives us meaning, because I'm going to be critiquing that in my presentation. It doesn't give us meaning, but it adds to the meaning of life. It helps us understand and go through difficulties in life, relationships. I mean, if you're in a hospital, it's not your car that comforts you. You don't stand up and look through the window and say, hey, there's my car. I feel good now. It's human beings. In most cases, I would assume, it's going to be human beings, your friends, your intimate friends, your parents, your wife, your children, your parents, colleagues, church members. So relationships are very important. But listen, in all those important things in our lives, we sometimes experience problems. And let me quickly say that one of our challenges in life is around relationships. Do you agree with me? One. And two, I've got an SMS here, just the latest. Just let you. No, I'm not going to read the SMS. I just want to remember. It's a very important thing that this person raised. She says he feels the need to love and to be loved. Puts it in that for I need to love and I need to be loved, but I keep getting in and getting out of relationships. I don't know what's happening. As much as we need relationships, but we know that those things that we need can mess us up, especially if we don't get them, or we get them but in a distorted way. Because you need something, sometimes you are willing to pay any cost, any price to get it. And that's where it becomes dangerous. There are two extremes in relationship, and I want you to relax and be free here. Don't wait until 5 minutes before the period is over and you start getting all kinds of inspiration. And you start asking questions. Feel free. That's why you're in this. It's because your friend needs to know what we're talking about. You're not doing it for yourself. I'm saying you are not here for yourself. You are here for your friend. So because it's your friend that you want to help by attending these seminars. So when you ask questions, it's not about you, it's about your friend who's got challenges in this area of relationship, and you want to say, Pastor Papu, how can you help a friend of mine who's going through this? And you explain it in so much that it sounds as if it's personal. All right, but that's life. Let me quickly say, so that we can be able to see where we're going with this, that in relation. Okay, let me not only in relationship. Generally, in life, there are few things that you're addicted to that are good. But once you use the word addicted, then there's a problem. It means now you're not enjoying what you are doing; it is enjoying you. It turns around. So, there's one thing to fish, to go out to fish, but it's another when the fish is fishing you. So it's like you don't catch the fish; it catches you. You know what I'm trying to say? You catch the fish, but then your identity now is linked to the fact that I've caught the fish. So if you let go of the fish, you feel like I might as well die. So, but there's nothing like that. But you understand what I'm trying to say. So now that you have caught the fish, in reality, psychologically, it's the fish that has caught you. It may be a dead fish, but that dead fish gives you life. Now we're going to be laughing at this, but I promise you, it can be death to many people, and some have committed suicide and died because of the fish they caught and it ran away. I had a fish, Pastor, for 3 years that I'd caught. Now it's gone. Life has no meaning. can't go to church now. Why should I go? I mean, where was God when that fish ran away? But I mean, we're laughing at this, but I promise you, it's exactly like that. And I'm saying I've caught a fish because there was a time where it's not like you were born with a fish. There was a time when you were okay and you caught a fish. Now all of a sudden you can't move without the fish that you caught. So in reality, you've got to be careful for what you are looking for. It might be looking for you also. And when it finds you, before you find yourself, then you're going to be in trouble. It's not only in relationship. It's also in things like food. Food is good. We need food. But once you're addicted to food, then you know there's a big problem. But the nice thing about food, it begins to show quickly if you're addicted. But the relationship, it doesn't. I mean, we all look so okay here. But some of us may be addicted to relationships. And we don't see, it doesn't show. There are no physical symptoms that you can say, hey, this one, I think, is addicted to relationship, is obsessed with whatever. But the behavior to those who are close to you may tell. They may say, we are worried about so-and-so. Lately, it's this, that. But generally, you don't see that. And so they're saying, one of the reasons why we're struggling with our health, it is because we're addicted to food. Food is killing us. But can I also say that relationships are killing us? Let me give you two extreme, because we want to try and stay in between. The first one is obsession. How did I put it? It is, let me see how I put it here when I still had the inspiration. It's deification of relationship. When relationships become your God. Obsession. We're not getting into psychology, but just obsessed that you're thinking of this relationship. I was listening to a program. I can't remember whether it was a program when I read it. It says that dogs, when they dream, what do you think they dream of? Because there's documentary evidence, there's evidence that dogs do dream. They go through the same phases we go through when we're sleeping. No. You know, those phases, so they do dream, but then the question is, what do they dream of? And they were speculating, because we have to bring a dog here to help us solve the whole thing. And they dream of their master. You see, dogs are so close to their owners. So their lives revolve around the owners. They just want to please the owner. They just want to do everything for the owner. So when that dog is sleeping, it's sleeping and it's dreaming. It's going to be the owner trying to save the owner. The whole life of that dog revolves around the owner. So the dream also will be around the owner. I'm seeing so many people on this class. Sorry if you can help me. So what do you dream about? Do you dream of your owner as well? You see, there you go. In your relationship, if your dreams are going to be colored by the relationships you have, not on itself, it doesn't mean it's wrong. But it depends what kind of a relationship. But if you're always dreaming about your father, you and your father and your mother and your parents always, I mean, that's good, but you also need to be dreaming about yourself, reaching out and preaching and doing other things, things that to life, hiking, cycling. But life, your life can't revolve around your parents. Parents are good, are fine, but we don't want kids to be addicted to parents. One of the things that we struggle with as parents is to bring our children to a point where they are fine without us. But the problem is that you may have parents who actually are addicted to the child-parent relationship. They won't let you go. So you feel like your parent is just heavy on you. Have you ever experienced that? Do you have a friend that has ever experienced that? Like you feel like your parents are just too much. They're just too much. Their parents are just too much. I mean, not that you don't love your parents, but it's like, but They're revolting. Yeah, aren't you going to spend the Sabbath with us? I mean, let's go on holiday. But mommy, no, just come here. Bring the kids here. Let's all come together. Say, these guys are lousy. With that, I'm a parent. It's okay. Please come and help us. We're not going to be here for long, so just keep massaging our egos until we die. There's that part. There's that possession part. There's that part that says, without him, my life comes to a screeching halt. I cannot move. I've got to do everything to maintain this relationship. You feel like you have to sponsor the relationship at times. If it doesn't go, and I was sitting with someone who says, if I don't do anything in this relationship, it won't go anywhere. If we have a problem, if I don't stand up and solve it, my partner won't do anything. If we are not seeing eye to eye and she gets angry and we don't talk, if I let it go like that, we will never talk until Christ comes. So I've got to come up with a solution. I'm the one who must make this thing go. Now, you may have heard people who say that. I'm the one who must make this thing go. If I don't, it doesn't go. You may be married. It could be your friends also. I mean, just your ordinary friend. In my circle of friends, I'm the one who have to keep the circle going. I'm the one who must send WhatsApp and say, guys, what's happening? If I don't do that, nobody does anything. I'm the one who must organize things. Guys, we need to meet. It's Sunday now. Can't we go out and then people come? If I don't do that, nothing happens. Now, in your mind, it feels like you're doing so much for this relationship. But if you look closely, that relationship is doing so much for you. That's what the problem is. And that is why when a relationship breaks, usually, in some cases, most cases, it's one person that gets hurt. And the one who gets hurt is the one who is sponsoring the relationship. The one who gets hurt is the one who actually dependent on that relationship for sustenance. You won't know that until the relationship breaks, until it comes to an end. When it comes to an end, you will know what it meant to you, whether it was good or bad. Of course, when things are okay now, you're laughing, you'll be thinking about your friends. It's not you, because yours is genuine. We love each other. But you will see when it comes to an end what kind of a relationship it was. But it will come to an end. Let me tell you something. Dysfunctional relationships do come to an end because there's one partner that cannot tolerate. You see, there's one partner in the relationship that will suffocate. I call it suffocating relationships. There's one partner that's going to say, listen, I can't take this anymore. Unless, of course, you are lucky your partner dies before she gets to that point. But, yes, that's true. There are times where you just say, thank you, God, thank God. I didn't kill him. I didn't kill her. But for me, this is it. All right? And you're not bad when you say that, because it's not like the person won't be saved because of that. But I'm just saying, listen, he's fine. When Christ comes, we may meet in heaven. But before then, I'm going to be fine. I mean, really, this guy, it's good that he's dead, because he was killing me. But don't say that loud. Okay? Because people might say that, how can you say that? But say it in your heart and say, Lord, you are wonderful. Not because he did it, but, you allow these things to... Death can be so much a blessing. A friend of mine came to me and says, I want to divorce my wife. And she's like, this. I said, a long list. That's what you do when you want to divorce a person. You do a research on reasons why you need to do away with it. So she said all kinds of... But now she can't remember why he married her. When you ask, but why did... Then I said to him, no, man, don't divorce her. Usually the least I know about human beings, they don't live forever. Don't just stay in there. What if you divorce now and then she dies the next week? You would have waited, and then it's next week, and that's a nice way of divorcing. It's biblical. Till death do us part. It's in the vows. It's in the vows, but not till I kill you. I'm not saying kill him. But till death do us part, and it's in the vows, and it's happened, then fine, you can move on. Now I'm saying on a very serious note, we need to examine our relationships. We'll be giving some tips so you can know when it's too much. You can know when it's just going too much. And please, if we don't talk about that, remind me, we need to talk about that so that we can inspect our own relationship. Is it okay when it's like this? Even with your parents. Is it okay when it's like this? Even there's only one person that can take. I know I'm running ahead of myself. There's one person that can accept this whole thing. It's God. God can deal with that. So what you are doing, it's okay, but it's just to a wrong person. It's only God who says, I need him in the morning, I need him in the midday, I need him in the noon, I need him in the night, I need him every day, every minute of my life. You can say that about God, but don't ever say that about any other person. Because no one wants to be needed like that. It's not a friend of mine in one church, the pastor in one church, associate pastor. So, pastor, we want to have a chat with you, me and my wife. And then as we were talking, the wife says, our problem in our marriage is that my husband loves me too much. I said, wow. I wish this could be the problems that everyone is facing in marriage. Because, I've just been hearing all kinds. He doesn't love me. He loves you too much. I'm concerned. And then when she raised the story, when she narrated the story, then I said, woo, maybe it's a cause for concern. Because just to give you the last part in the story, she says, she would drop me at work. She dropped me at work, 8 o'clock. Around 9 or 10, he's there. Just to say hi. But that's nothing, guys, from what the rest of the story. They'll just give you the last part of the story. That's nothing. And then around 11 or 12, he's there again. Blown kiss. And in a day, she'll be like there 4, 5, 6 times. And the friends are like, hey, your husband is sitting outside. He says, yo. Hi. He says, I just wanted to check if you're okay. So who's not okay? The one who's checking the other. You're not okay. Stop worrying me about you. You are not okay. Now that's okay. You can do that with God. You can pray without ceasing. That's fine. But not with another human being. Get tired. Live your life. Please, just go. Go and watch soccer. Go somewhere. I want to clean the house, Now that's relationship. It is a relationship that is gone bad or going bad, where one partner feels like, this is it, I cannot take it. I cannot take it anymore. And it is all kinds of things, especially the intimate ones where there's love involved. Like, I love him. And it can also be very abusive. And the person who's abused will not go. So it's like, you've got the one who's abused, he cannot go because he gets so much from this relationship. And he will tell you that otherwise he's fine, Pastor. It's just that he beats me once in a while. But he's fine. He needs that relationship. She needs that relationship. And then the fact that she's beaten once in a while, she can take that. Because if she gets out of this relationship, the pain will be more. This is painful. Being abused is painful. But getting out will be more painful. So we think this person there's something wrong with him. No, there's not. He's really making a good choice. Just that we don't appreciate. He's in a bad space. So he's making a good choice that I'd rather stay here and go through this than be out of this, because this means so much to me. And unfortunately, the one who's abusing, the abuser, as I don't want to say he knows, but he has this innate feeling that this person depends on me. I can do whatever. She's not going to go. And sometimes he would even verbalize. So where do you want to go? Go. There's the door. It's open. Go. Go. When you can't go anywhere without me. When you're finished without me, you know it. So it sort of gives that person And we can look at this and laugh at it, but abuse can come in many other forms, not only physical. And people who are outside watching can say, but why do you have to go through this? But that's a wrong question. You should be asking, what are you getting out of this relationship? Let's look at it. What is it that you are getting out of it? So let's analyze that. And because until this person can be convinced that I can get this elsewhere, whatever it is, or I don't need what I'm getting, he's not going anywhere. She will leave and say, you're right, my friend, I'm going. Then let's go. Yeah, at last, she said, thank God, at last she has seen the light. Tomorrow, hi, I'm here with so-and-so. She's gone back. And she's gone back. And when you go there, they're talking, hi. And they're okay. Now you're the one now, like, you're the one who's causing problems here. It's like, hi. I mean, all couples do fight. Then it gets into all kinds of things, like lecturing you know. And then it's like, okay, that's it. I will never again get involved. Then the next thing you hear, boom. We were in this funeral, 2 coffins. I'm giving you the story at the end, at the end of the story, but I'll take you. So we're in this funeral, the 2 coffins, the husband and the wife. The wife has been shot several times by the husband, and the husband shot himself. Both there in one funeral, husband, wife. I've never attended a funeral like that. You're not saying, hey, he was shot, you say he was shot by this one. But everything is here, you just point here. This one killed this one. This one. So you've got the parents, family for this one. I mean, it's a funeral, so they also need a chance in the program to talk about this one who killed this one. So what do you say about this one who killed this one? And they say, we didn't know that he was married. But he brought some uncles and whatever. That was, during the whole of all thing. I said, no. Those you must have hired somewhere. Had we known, we would have stopped you from marrying. This because we know him. There's something wrong with him. The people we get involved with, some are not okay, and the parents know that. Some parents hope that by them marrying you, they'll be okay. They know that there's something wrong with the child. And they say, we just hope that, because she's a good girl from church, we know that, and this girl will really, maybe he'll be fine. You think you're getting married, and then you're going to be a nurse or a doctor, a psychologist. You think this is marriage, this is a hospital, this is a patient. And nobody tells you that you're marrying a patient. But you should have known also, because you don't just meet the person and marry him the following day. Am I right? So what happened during the whole interaction before marriage? Because you need to check him out. You need to check her out. Is this person normal? People are coming from different backgrounds. Just because a person has walked to church doesn't mean he can walk. Seriously. He may be able to walk physically, maybe emotionally the guy cannot walk. So you can't just from the church to the hall and then you're getting married. See him in other contexts, see him in other spaces and see if he can function. Because you want to marry this guy. And this thing is for life, man. So take your time. And it's going to be the father of your kids or the mother of your kids. And your kids won't have a chance to choose. You're choosing for them as well. So look at this. Look at this thing. Given time, people will do what they do naturally. So try and give yourself as much time as possible. It will come. Given time, people will do what they do, and it will just come out naturally.